Hello students. So in the previous class we were talking about that what is the magnitude of the earthquake and how can we measure the magnitude of the earthquake, students. Then we talk about that of the Richter scale. Richter scale was given by Charles Francis Richter, and he said that Richter scale basically work on that of a given number from 0 to 10, and that number from 0 to 10 will tells the intensity of the earthquake. Okay, we also discussed that what will happen if the on the Richter scale the intensity of the earthquake will falls between 1 to 3. What happened if the intensity of the earthquake falls on the Richter scale 3 to 4? What happened if it is 4 to 5? If it is 5 to 6? And what will happen if it is 7 or more than 7? So we discussed, student, if it is 1, 2, 3, then that is a mild earthquake and it will be not noticed at all. If it is 4 to 5, then yes, it is it will cause the shaking of that of the building. If it is 5 to 6, then we can say yes, it can cause the violent shaking of the buildings, as well as it will cause the weaker structure to fall. And if it is 7 or more than 7, then the intensity of the earthquake is very high, or we can say that the strong earthquake will occur and it will cause a major destruction. Okay, so higher will be the number on that of the Richter scale, we can understand the stronger will be the earthquake. Richter scale is not a linear scale, student, but it is an exponential scale. Exponential, it means if on the Richter scale the value of the intensity of the earthquake it gives out 4, and if an earthquake occurs in which the intensity of the earthquake is 3, so you just understand that intensity of the earthquake with the 4 is 10 times greater than that of the previous one, and that is the exponential scale. Okay. Later on we also talk about the effect of the earthquake, students. In the effect of earthquake, you know that if the earthquake occurs, what are the things get affected? Buildings, houses, bridges, they all fall down. Electric circuit, gas pipelines may burst, it will cause fire. Sewage pipes, it may burst, and finally all the sewage water, dirty water comes into city, and due to which it causes disease. Not only this earthquake may cause to change the course of the river, and due to the change in the direction of the flow of the river, it will come to the city and finally causes flood. If this earthquake occurs inside the sea, student, what will happen? It will produce enormous waves, and that we call as tsunami. Okay, so it will also cause tsunami. Not only this, students, if this earthquake occurs in the hilly areas, okay, like that of the mountain, then what will happen? It will cause landslides. So you see here, so these are the different effects of the earthquake, whether it is occurring in the sea, whether it is occurring in that of the mountain. Okay. Now today we will talk about the protection against the earthquake. So we have discussed, student, about that protection. If we talk about the protection, so basically when we talk about the other natural disaster like that of the lightning or the volcanic eruption. So these are all what? These are the natural disasters, okay? Including the lightning, cyclone, thunderstorm. These are what? These are the natural disasters. So we can one can take a time to measure about or can predict about that of the these natural disasters. But in case of the earthquake is non-predictable. Okay, it means it can occur anywhere, anytime. So for that reason, student, what we have to do, we have to take a protection so that the impact, the effect of the earthquake can be minimized. So we have to take a protection during the earthquake as well as before the earthquake. So what are the different protection one must take, students? So the first one, before the earthquake occur, the areas, especially if you see the big problem in the earthquake, that if there is a shaking of the earth surface, it will cause the building, houses, bridges to fall down. So the people who are living in the seismic zone, in the fault zone, must make their houses earthquake resistant. So the major problem occur during the earthquake is falling of buildings. Thus, people living in seismic zones must make houses or buildings earthquake resistant. So you see here, student, the major problem that occurs especially in the earthquake, it is the falling of the building. Okay, and due to which the people who are living in the fault zone, in the seismic zone, where the chances of the earthquake is more, that they should make the buildings, they should make the houses which should be earthquake resistant. Now the second one, okay, if they are making the building which is earthquake resistant, very nice. Even then also the people who are making the building, especially those who are living in the seismic zones where the earthquake occurs frequently, they should make the building, the material that should be used in the building, it should be lightweighted, so that if the building falls down, it will not cause a major problem. Okay, so the buildings, the houses which should be made in that of the seismic zone must be made up of a material which should be light weighted. So we can write it in a seismic zone. Buildings should be made of light weighted material. Okay, so it should be made of a light weighted material, like what, student? Like mud, timber, so that it will not cause any major damage. Okay, so in a seismic zone, the building it should be made up of a lightweighted, so that if suppose the building falls down also, even then if it is made up of a lightweight object, so it will not cause any damage. Now we will see the third one, and that is the gas pipeline and that of the electrical circuit. Now you see here, student, when we were talking about the effect of the earthquake, there we discussed that what happened in the earthquake, due to the earthquake, the gas pipeline as well as that of the electric circuit. So there will be short circuit occur, and the gas pipeline, there can be a leakage in the gas pipeline, and due to which it can cause fire. So we are knowing that if the earthquake occurs, the chances will be there that short circuit and the leakage of the gas pipeline can occur. So what can we do? We should keep a firefighting equipment which should be maintained in a working condition, or which should be in a proper condition, so that we can use it if fire happens or if fire occurs. Okay, so we can write it. The third one is the Third one, students, gas pipelines and electrical circuit can cause fire. So, fire fighting equipment should be in building, maintains in working order. Okay, so gas pipeline, electrical circuit is there, student. It can cause fire, and due to which we can say that we should keep our firefighting equipment, and this firefighting equipment should be in a proper condition, should be maintained in a working order, so that if fire occurs, we can use this firefighting equipment. Then the next one is the gadgets, like that of the mirror, like that of electronic gadget, or wall clock is there, or cup shelves are there. So it should be properly fitted so that if earthquake occur, they should not fall off. Okay, so we can write it. Mirrors, photo frame, cup shelves, mirrors, photo frame, cup shelves, electronic gadgets, wall clocks, etc. should be firmly fitted so that if earthquake occurs, it may not fall down. Okay, so you see here, students, the mirror, photo frame, cup shelves and other electronic gadget, it should be kept, it should be fitted firmly so that if the earthquake occur also, even then these gadgets, these mirror will not fall down, and it will help, we can say that it will not going to fall, so it will not going to damage. Okay, so earthquake, if occur, it will not going to fall down if it is firmly fitted. So these are the precautions that we can take before the earthquake occur. The first precaution, students, the people who are living in the seismic area, in the seismic zone, must make their houses and buildings earthquake resistant. Okay, so that if the earthquake occur, it will not fall. Okay, it will not collapse. Next one is, okay, they are making the building, so they should make a building. If they are making a building, especially the people who are living in the fault zone, in the seismic area, in the seismic zone area, so they should make their building by using a lightweight material like that of a mud and timber. So what will happen, even then the building falls off. If you are not making an earthquake resistant building, and if you are making other type of building, then you should use the material which should be lightweight, so that if the building falls off, it will not cause a major damage or destruction. Third one is gas pipelines and that of the electrical circuit. So you know that during earthquake it may burst, if there may be a leakage or a short circuit occur, and which causes fire. So firefighting equipment must be in a proper working order so that we can use it whenever it is necessary. Then mirror, photo frame, cup shelves, electronic gadget, wall clocks, all these things should be fitted properly so that if the earthquake occurs, they do not fall down. Now these are the things we should take before the earthquake. Now what we should do during the earthquake? So during the earthquake, student, during the earthquake, take a cover under a heavy object like that of the table. Okay, so you should get inside under that of the table, a heavy table, so that you may protect yourself from that of the earthquake. So first one is take cover under a heavy object or a table. Okay, so you should take cover yourself under a heavy table. Then the second one is stand against a vertical column or that of the wall. Okay, so if the earthquake occurs, you should take a support by standing at a wall or that of any of the vertical column. So stand against a vertical column or wall. Then the third one is you should stay away from the object which is loosely hanging. Okay, so we should stay away from that of a object which is made up of a glass or the object which is hanging loosely. So what will happen if suppose earthquake occurs, these objects may falls on you and hurts you. Okay, so we can say that we should avoid to stay away from glass and loosely hanging materials. Okay, so it will not going to hurt you. So we should stay away from the glass and the loosely hanging material because it will fall on you. Then we know that during the earthquake there may be chances of a leakage of the gas. So what you can do? You can turn off the gas source. So the fourth one is turn off the gas source. Fourth one, turn off the gas stove. So what will happen because of that, students? If you turn off the gas stove, it will not cause any leakage of the gas and ultimately it will prevent from causing fire. Then you should not use the elevator. So use of the elevator should be avoided. Use of elevator should be avoided. Best way that you should stand in an open area. Because what will open area away from that of the tree or any of the building, so you should stand in the field which is you can say it's an open area where the tree or the building is not present nearby. So we can write it. Stay in open area, away from trees. Away from trees. Any signboard is there, student, or any pole is there? So, any signboard or poles is there, or electrical line is there, student, because chances will be that the electrical short circuit occur and it will cause fire. So, away from that of the electrical line or electricity line, or buildings. So, you should stand in an open area where all these things like that of the tree and trees should be away from that of the tree, sign, pole or electrical line and the building. You should stand away from all these things because chances will be there that earthquake occur or any of it will fall on you. Finally, if suppose you are traveling in a vehicle, if you are in a car, so you should stop the car, remain inside the car, and or we can say stay inside the car until and unless the earthquake get stopped. Okay, so you can protect yourself by staying inside that of the vehicle or inside that of the car. So we can write it. If you are in vehicle, stay inside it until the earthquakes ends. Okay, so if you are in a vehicle, student, you should stay inside that of the car, inside that of the vehicle to protect yourself. Stop and stay inside it. We can write it. Stop and stay inside it until the earthquake ends. Okay, so these are the precautions we must take during the earthquake. First one, that we should, if the earthquake occur, we should get under that of the heavy table. So we should get under or go under that of the heavy table. The second one is the student, that is we should take a support from that of a vertical column or a wall. So we should stand against a vertical column or a wall. Third one is that we should turn off the gas because we know that chances will be there that leakage of the gas occur. Then use of the elevator should be avoided. Then stay in an open area away from that of the trees. Not only from the trees, but the pole is there, or a signboard is there, or electrical line is there, or any building is nearby. So you should stay in an open area and away from all these things. If you are in a vehicle, you should stop the vehicle and stay inside it until the chances of the earthquake will end. Okay. Not only this, students, you should stay away from that of a mirror object, the glass object, as well as the loosely hanging object. Okay, because chances will be there that if earthquake occur, it will fall on you. So these are the precautions that we should take during the earthquake. So we have discussed that what are the precautions we can take to protect ourselves against the earthquake, before the arrival of the earthquake and during the earthquake. Okay, so this is the protection against the earthquake. Now we will discuss the question answers of this chapter. Okay. Now we will see the question answers of this chapter, students, and we will start with the first question given in the NCERT. What we have to do, there are the options are given and we have to find it that which option is the correct one. So the first question is that which of the following cannot be changed easily. So So you see here students that the plastic is there, a copper rod is there, inflated balloon is there and a woolen cloth is there. So out of all these four, we have to see that which of the thing which cannot be changed easily. So you see here plastic is there or a copper rod is there, an inflated balloon is there, a woolen cloth is there. So we can change all the things except that of the copper rod. Okay, so the answer will be the copper rod. Then the next one is that when a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of a silk cloth, the rod, what will happen if suppose you take a glass rod student and you rub it with that of the silk cloth. So what you will see, this glass rod, when you rub it on that of the silk cloth, it will lose some of the electrons, and as it loses electron, it becomes positively charged, and that loose electron is gained by that of a piece of a silk cloth, and silk cloth will become negatively charged. So we can write it, glass rod becomes positively charged while the silk cloth becomes negatively charged. Okay, so glass rod becomes positively charged. Why is this so? Because it loses some of the electron and due to which it becomes positively charged. While that of the silk cloth, it becomes the negatively charged. Okay, so these are the first and second question. Now we will move to the next, that is the third question. Now we will move to the next question student, and the next one is true or false. Okay, so whether statements are given here and we have to see that whether these statements are correct or not. Now you see here student, the first one is the light charges attract each other. So whether statement is correct student? No. You know that light charges, they repel each other. If a positive charge and a positive charge are bring close to each other, it will repel each other, and unlike charges, they attract each other. If a positive charge is there and a negative charge is there, so they will attract each other. Okay, so attraction occurs when the charges are not like to each other, when they are unlike to each other. It means one is a positively charged, another is a negatively charged. So by the students we can say that light charges does not attract each other but it repels each other. So the first answer, that is light charges attract each other, is false. This is a false statement that light charges attracts each other. Now charged glass rod, if a glass rod is there and it is charged, it will attract a charged plastic straw. So you know that student, this glass rod is a charge, this one is also charged. So we have to see that whether this is unlike charges. If it is an unlike charge, then absolutely it will attract each other. So when you rub the glass rod with that of the plastic straw, you will find that glass rod loses some of the electron, becomes a positively charged, while the plastic straw becomes the negatively charged, and due to the unlike charges, they will start attracts to each other. So the statement in which a charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic straw is a correct statement. This is a true. Okay. So charged glass rod, yes, it attracts a charged plastic straw. So we will write here that this is a true statement. Okay. Now, lightning conductor cannot protect a building from lightning. You see here student, what is the role of a lightning conductor? So a copper rod is used at the top of the building which works as a lightning conductor. So what will happen if lightning occurs? This copper rod, it provides a passage, it provides a path to that of the lightning, which consisting of a highly charged particles, so that these charged particles passes from that of a copper rod to the ground, and from the ground it will enters into the earth. because earth is also a very good conductor. So what is the role of the lightning conductor, student? It protects the building. So lightning will not fall directly on the building, but it will fall on that of the lightning conductor. It may be a copper rod, okay? So anything, so that conductor will help in giving the path to the lightning so that it will enter, so it goes to the ground to earth. Okay, so the question, if the statement is that lightning conductor cannot protect a building from lightning, so that is a false statement because lightning conductor help in protecting the building from lightning. Okay, so we can say that this statement is a false. Absolutely, this lightning conductor help in protection, in giving protection to the building from lightning. An earthquake can be predicted in advance. Right now in the same class today we discussed that the earthquake is what? Other natural disaster like cyclone, lightning, a thunderstorm is there, we can predict it. But when we talk about the earthquake, we cannot predict it. It is not predictable. It means it can occur anywhere at any time. And for that purpose only we have to take a advanced measure step so that we can minimize the impact, we can minimize the effect of the earthquake during the earthquake as well as before to that of the earthquake. So the earthquake can be predicted in advance. This one is also a false statement because we know that earthquake, it is not predictable, it cannot be predicted in advance like the other natural disaster can be predicted. Okay, so this is the third question, that is true false. Now we will move to the question answer.